let's go ahead and get started. What is a trend? What is momentum, right? So there's four major types of indicators. There's trend indicators. There's also indicators when it comes to momentum, those that are part of volume, those that are part of volatility. And honestly, if you take this class and you implement the stuff that we're going to talk about today and you fully understand, you could honestly create your own algorithm. I'm gonna just put. I'm telling you, I'm giving you guys all the information that I took into account to build Level Up Algo. I'm going to show you all the different type of indicators that we assessed to be able to what? To be able to give you a platform where you can even build your own stuff. You could build your own software company. That's the goal of today, right? So keep in mind, there are four major types of indicators. The first one is a trend indicator, right? So trend indicator, what does it do? It demonstrates direction, right? It tells you, whether we're bullish. King Lattimore, thank you. Janet, thank you. Whether or not we are bearish. Are we short-term bullish, long-term, bearish, etc. So it demonstrates direction. Some indicators that you can use that are trend indicators are moving averages and also parabolic SAR. Every single type of indicator that I'm going to show today, we're going to stop and we're going to demonstrate exactly how these actually work, right? So let's go ahead and go to the trading view. I'm going to use trading view today for all of the different demonstrations. And then from there we go. I'm first going to start with the parabolic SAR because I don't think many of you know what that is. Drop a one if you know what the parabolic SAR is, okay? Okay, so this is good. Drop a zero if you do not know what it is. Okay, this is good. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, so let me go ahead and take this off. And all you got to do is go into indicators and then parabolic SAR. So when you go to parabolic SAR, you're going to have these dots. And you're probably wondering, what the heck are these dots? What do I do with these dots? At the end of the day, I want you to keep in mind, these are trend indicator. A trend indicator shows you what is the direction of that security. I also want to say that the indicators that we're going to talk about today can be used on any financial security market, whether it is stocks, crypto, futures, forex, whatever it is, right? So here we have these dots, right? When the dots are on the bottom side of price, you want to be buying, right? And I'm going to quickly go ahead and just change the color of the ones that I have. Let's go ahead and make it white. And I'm going to make the thickness, I'll make it like that. I'll make it here. As you can see, these different dots are below, and it started to print the dot at the base of this 3-bar play. It calls the buy. So essentially, what do? You stay in the trade until what? Until you start to see a dot at the top. Once you see that a dot forms at the top, that can be your exit. So let's go through it, right? So if we go based off the parabolic SAR, which is what? A trend indicator, this will be our buy, right? And then once we see that first one, that is our, again, we're building an algorithm. Like this is what people do. People that have algorithms, this is what they do. I'm telling you, I looked at over 50 different indicators before the Level Up Algo was created. Why? Because we're looking for correlation. What are the indicators that work best, right? So buy here, we sell at the top. We get another dot at the bottom. What do? We buy again, and we sell at the top once we see that first dot at the top. And these would have been super, super profitable trades, especially today. Can anyone give me any other ticker? And we'll try each single indicator because I want you to understand how it works. Tesla, excellent. Thank you, Stefano, as always. Much appreciated. What do we see here? The first one, what do we see? A dot. So we get our buy here. Look at this. All the way from 878, we get our first sell where? 920. If you're in a trade and you catch this whole move, are you gonna take profit and enjoy your day? Just drop a one. Somebody said retiring. I love it. I love it. Yes, right? We're definitely taking profit. That's a huge move. Huge move. So let's go ahead and just replay how this will actually work with the parabolic SAR. Here we go. And just a quick note when it comes to the parabolic SAR, the stock market has to trend. The name is SAR, parabolic SAR. It works best when we are in a trending market. When we are in a choppy market, it does not work that well. But however, this is where algorithms come in. Why? Because even in a choppy market, in an area of consolidation, you can still mix indicators together to filter out that consolidation pay or area, right? So here we go. We open, what do we see? Already dot. Now 2 dots, right? And we continue. And what do we see? 3-bar play to the upside, easy money. I'm still in the trade. And again, the price is in direct correlation with the dots from the parabolic SAR. What do we see? We come down. Isn't it crazy? We come right down almost to the parabolic SAR, A, B, C, and then D. So that C right here is the re-entry. And what do we see? Again, so as long as price is above the parabolic SAR, we are still in the trade. And then once we get that first dot, which is right over here, that's when we actually take profit, right? So again, go into indicators, parabolic SAR, and it should be the first one, not the strategy. The strategy is going to go do some back testing for you, right? Just go right here, right? Mind you, I don't know what happened after 12 or 11 p.m. when it comes to, a.m. when it comes to Tesla. So let's go ahead and just replay it and see what actually occurred. Called the sell signal. And then what happened? Now we're getting dots at the bottom indicating us to buy, right? So something that you want to take note when it comes to the parabolic SAR is that you're going to have these, especially on the 5-minute time frame, you're going to have these little, sporadic moves, which are very quick, where you have to take profit really quickly, right? It's really critical. But then look at this right here. This would have been perfect buy, right? So now another indicator, and that is indeed a bull flag. And I'm so glad you mentioned this. Why? Because now we're mixing price action with indicators, and that's what algorithms do. J. Ross said here, show the 15. Excellent. Let's go ahead and do that. Look at the 15-minute. Not one single dot at the top. This would have been easy money the entire day, right? And let's go ahead and check out when it called it out. It called a sell right here. And even that right there, even this right here, if it gives you a red dot right here at 911, and just this wick came all the way down to 898, that's an excellent trade. That's still a perfect and excellent trade, right? So it's really critical for you to understand that. And then what do we see? A sell signal from the parabolic SAR, right? And then we go down. We go down, right? And then of course the stock market closed. But that would have been a great trade. With the proper risk management, that would have still been a great trade. Okay. What's the next one? The next one is the 9 EMA. Again, I love the 9 EMA. Why do I love the 9 EMA? And Gene asks here, can you mix it with the EMA? Of course. 100%. Again, you could build your own algorithm. So what do we see? 15-minute time frame. We get the dots from the parabolic SAR, and is price above the 9 EMA? Drop a 1 if price is above the 9 EMA. So now what do we have here? We have a correlation, right? So if we were to code an algorithm, it will look something like this. And this, honestly, this is literally how algorithms are traded or are created, right? If then statements. If the parabolic SAR gives a buy signal, hence gives a dot at the bottom, and price above the 9 EMA, that equals buy signal. So this right here would have been a perfect indication of what we just talked about. Price is above the 9. We have dots on the bottom, and what happens the entire time? Same thing for a sell. If we get dots on the top and price gets below, we enter for a sell. So again, you could definitely mix and match them. But again, the 9 EMA, moving averages, and the parabolic SAR, those are trend indicators. I'll stop there for any questions or comments that you may have. It's 7:17 and we still have lots of indicators to talk about. Yeah, you got it. Any questions or comments? Parabolic SAR, again, trend. I highly recommend it on the 15-minute time frame. It's better when it comes to day trading. It does work on any time frame. However, you're going to see that if I go to the 1 minute, look at all these dots that I get. Mind you, some of them are profitable. Some of them are very, very profitable. However, not all of them are, right? Especially when we go to choppy areas like this, right? In choppy areas, it doesn't do so hot, right? That's why I recommend you go for the 5-minute. And let's see how I actually did on AMD today. Look at AMD. Buy signal, price gets above the 9, you ride it the entire way, right? And this is what I mean by it's going to go into areas like this one, where it's going to tell you to sell. However, there's no reason for you to sell. And if we're talking in coding language, here's how it would do. If the parabolic SAR calls out a sell signal, we have to make sure that price is below the 9 to take the sell. And you see how here, yeah, it called a sell signal, but price never went below the 9. So what do we do here? We ignore this sell signal from the SAR. So no, if else, see, we got coders in the building. I love it, right? If else, take care, and we'll continue with the, with the 16 trade. That is how we would do it, and that's how I recommend it as well.